Welcome to the Explainer. We put a ton of trust in our digital locks to protect, well, everything. But today, we're going to talk about how to pick them. And this quote, it absolutely nails it. We're not talking about someone just peeking at one of your messages. Oh no. The real prize for a hacker is finding that master key. The one key that unlocks your entire digital world. The stakes are, well, they're incredibly high.
So yeah, that's the big question, isn't it? Our whole lives, our secrets, our bank accounts, everything, are sitting behind these digital locks. We just assume they're strong enough. But are they? How hard is it really to pick one of those locks? Okay, so let's dive right in. The first thing you've got to understand is that we're not talking about some kid in their basement just guessing password 123. No way. A real cryptographic attack is more like a high-tech heist planned with military precision.
Right, so what is a cryptographic attack then? It's not about trying to smash the door down. It's way, way smarter than that. Think of a master thief who gets the blueprints to a bank vault. They're not going to try a million combinations. They're looking for a design flaw, a tiny mathematical weakness they can exploit to just walk right in. So what kind of tools does this digital thief have? Let's open up their toolkit and see what we're up against. It's a really interesting mix of, well, brute strength and some seriously clever tricks. Okay, first up, you've got your brute force attack. This is literally the digital sledgehammer. The computer just sits there and tries every single possible combination. It's pure raw power. But honestly, against modern encryption, it's pretty useless. It's like trying to knock down a steel wall with your fists. That's why they often switch to something smarter, the dictionary attack. This is more like a skeleton key. Instead of trying random nonsense, it uses a big list of common words, phrases, and, this is the important part, passwords that have already been leaked online. It's so much faster if your password is even a little bit common. All right, but what if the attack is way sneakier? Let's talk about the man-in-the-middle attack. This is wild. The hacker puts themselves invisibly right in between you and the server you're talking to. They catch that first hello, that key exchange. And from that moment on, they're impersonating the server to you and impersonating you to the server. You both think you have a private, secure connection, but nope. The attacker is right in the middle, reading every single word in plain text.
And now for something that sounds like it's straight out of a spy movie. Side channel attacks. This is where it gets really mind-blowing. The hacker doesn't even bother looking at the software code. Instead, they attack the physical hardware itself. They'll measure the electricity your computer is using, or the heat it's giving off, or even listen to the faint, high-frequency sounds the processor makes. From those tiny clues, they can actually figure out your secret encryption key. It's exactly like a safecracker listening to the clicks of the tumblers to find the combination. Just insane.
Okay, that is a pretty scary set of tools, right? So the big question is, how do we defend ourselves? How do we build a vault that's basically unpickable? Well, let's get into the blueprints for a better digital defense. And here is maybe the most important rule of all. Rule number 1 of digital defense is don't roll your own crypto. Seriously, this stuff is so unbelievably complex that even a tiny mistake can leave a gaping hole in your security. So what do? You use the stuff that's already been battle-tested by the smartest people in the world for decades. We're talking about industry standards like AES and SHA-256. And just to give you an idea of why we trust these standards, look at this number. This is how many possible keys there are for AES 256 encryption. That's a 1 with 77 zeros after it. I can't even wrap my head around that number. It's more than the number of atoms in the entire known universe. So that sledgehammer, brute force attack we talked about, yeah, it has absolutely no chance. The sheer length of the key is your best friend. So a good defense means matching the right tool to the right attack. Remember that dictionary attack? Your best defense is pretty simple. Just a long, complex password that's not a real word. But what about something more advanced, like a rainbow table? These things are scary. They're basically massive, pre-calculated cheat sheets that can crack hashed passwords in seconds. The defense? It's called salting and peppering. It sounds kind of weird, but it's a brilliant technique where you add a unique, random string of data to every single password before you hash and store it. Just by doing that, you make those entire rainbow tables completely worthless. It's a game changer. So look, the main thing to remember here is that, yeah, the attacks are getting more and more sophisticated, but so are the defenses, and they're totally accessible. You really can build a strong digital defense. So let's do a quick recap of the game plan, your personal digital defense strategy.
Okay, here's your checklist for staying safe. Number 1, use the industry standards. AES SHA 256. Do not try to be a hero and invent your own. Number 2, always insist on long key lengths. Bigger really is better here. 3, for storing passwords, make sure you're using those salt and pepper techniques to shut down rainbow table attacks. And last but definitely not least, and this one's so easy, keep your software updated. Hackers absolutely love going after old, unpatched vulnerabilities. Don't make it easy for
Which, brings us to the big final question. This whole thing, cybersecurity, it's a constant arms race, right? For every brilliant person building a better lock, there's another brilliant person figuring out a new way to pick it. So the question we have to leave you with is, are we building those locks faster than they can be picked? Are our defenses actually keeping up? Something to think about. Thanks so much for joining.